How to be a D.I.D. YouTuber? First step, have D.I.D. Welcome back, Goblins. So this here video is going to be basically a whole bunch of things that we have learned over our year and a half on YouTube. We have learned so much on our adventure of like sharing our story and mental health and information about D.I.D. I did not expect to learn so many things on YouTube and like computer literacy just by being here, but here we are. But before I get into all the tips and information and stuff, Tripper wanted to give a message to all of our fellow D.I.D. YouTubers saying that it is so brave of each of you to share your story. And each one of you lessens the stigma around such a stigmatized disorder, so just by letting your voice be heard, that's just a big help. And by all working together, we're making a big difference in making the world a better place. So shout out to all my fellow D.I.D. YouTubers, you guys rock. So getting into the tips, first step is to find a good setup pretty much. It could be your phone or a tablet, like straight up. This channel is built on an iPad, the free version of KineMaster, and just like various free apps. You can really like put together like a really good method for you, what works with you, what formats work, because technology is... Hello, Lilith. Because technology is pretty advanced at this point, and there are just a whole bunch of different types and different setups and different, like, different technologies. And they fit better with everyone. Like, some people may be more inclined for, like, Apple products versus Samsung or whatever, but there's something for everybody. And that's pretty great. And then going along with like channel setups and stuff, next up is lighting. Lighting is surprisingly important. Like it's important to like be able to see people, and sometimes cameras really don't pick up on light even though it looks like there is, so sometimes you have to overestimate and stuff. But it doesn't have to be like really expensive. For the longest time, our specific filming light was a $3 LED light from Target with a white t-shirt over it. I'm not lying, I'm staring at it right now. It's still on the desk. You can just find random lamps around, and that can make your life a whole bunch easier, and it can make it just look a little bit brighter, and it'll make it easier for people to see you. And once you're comfortable and have figured out what's best for you, you can go on to decide what you'd like your channel to be on. You could have it be kind of like a diary or a vlog, it could be something informational, you could have a comedy channel. D.I.D. comedy channels are really awesome, and there are a couple out there. You could do things like arts, music, dance, speed paints. Lots of people with D.I.D. are really into arts, but you don't see a lot of that on YouTube. Or you could do what we do and just have kind of a little bit of everything, kind of just thrown together in this channel. And something really important to remember is that you don't have to share anything that you're not comfortable with, no matter what anybody says. And that goes especially for people who ask about people's trauma, like... Oh my gosh, it's a big thing if you're a D.I.D. YouTuber where people are all like, oh, you should tell us about your trauma, but you don't have to do that. It doesn't matter how many asks you get, if you're not comfortable with sharing your trauma, you don't have to. You don't have to share anything that you're not comfortable with. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Like, don't put yourself out there if you're not comfortable with it. And if you change your mind about what you're comfortable with, that's okay too. Like, you can always take your videos and put them on, like, unlisted or private, or even delete them if you want to. And I have seen that happen with quite a few other, like, small-name D.I.D. YouTubers. Like, we always go and, like, search up dissociative identity disorder, and then go to the channel listings and, like, search for all the new people, and we put them all on watch later, and then dissociate and kind of forget to watch them. But we do see that a lot of people put their videos on private or have deleted them, and that's kind of sad. But at the same time, like, if you need to do that to take care of yourself, by all means, totally do that. And next up is thumbnails. Thumbnails of videos are actually so important. Like, you don't think that they're important, but they're really what gives people a sneak peek on what your video is going to be. It's kind of like a little commercial, like a little mini advertisement for your video. So for us, we try to cram as much information into those as we can. Usually the method that we use to get our thumbnails going pretty well is just basically screenshotting a really dynamic, like interesting part of your video. Like if you're making a really extreme facial expression, usually that makes a pretty good one. Like, I know that not everybody is going for the big views, but if you're going for like getting your information to reach a lot of people, really dynamic, interesting thumbnails are a super good way to go. Unfortunately, a lot of people think that plain thumbnail equals plain video, and for a lot of channels that couldn't be further from the truth. You want to make your thumbnail kind of match the vibe and energy of your video so that people know what they're getting into. And there are plenty of free like PixArt apps where you can like take your screenshots and put words or like sparkles or like whatever you want on them. And it doesn't cost anything, and it just adds like a little bit of flair extra to your channel that people really appreciate. And next up, I have a really good recommendation, especially if you're using a lot of mobile devices. If you're on like a laptop or a desktop, this is something you don't have to worry about as much. It is the YouTube Studio app, and it looks kind of like this. You can see your subscribers and your stats and everything, and you can really edit the heck out of your videos and your preferences and stuff. And then there's a really important thing that I have to stress here is you can add tags to your videos. So if you basically just go in, take video, tap it, and then go to edit, then go to edit. You can scroll down. I'm not going to actually edit anything on this because this is one of our fiance's videos. There's a little section for tags, and then you can put a whole bunch of tags about things that pertain to your video, and these things help your videos come up in more result lists for when people search for various topics for D.I.D. So you can put things like D.I.D, dissociation. If you have like Meet My Alters, you can put Meet My Alters in there, switch cut on camera, switch cut on camera, switch on camera. You can kind of make it really redundant, and oddly enough that works. Dissociation is not being kind to my words today. But yes, tags are important, and they will help your videos get seen by more people all around the world, and you can reach a lot more people that way. So these are the tips that came to the front of our mind as I was dissociatively writing this down earlier. Hopefully these have helped you guys a little bit, maybe given you some ideas on what you could do to your channel. If you guys are struggling with your channels, this can give you a little bit of insight on things you could do, but I don't think you guys need like a lot of help from anybody. I think everyone's channels are great just the way that they are, and YouTube is such a good way to like express yourselves and really be you and to connect with other people. And just the fact that there's so many people with D.I.D that are like making YouTubes is a really good thing, because it adds just so much more visibility to such a stigmatized disorder, and it helps us all to just like connect more, and it's awesome. And we had a good idea on how to help you guys connect with more D.I.D YouTubers. We would like to start doing shout outs at the end, just like, putting up someone's channel and being like, shout out to them, like, check them out if you'd like to, another D.I.D YouTuber you could subscribe to. If you would like to be featured in our little shoutouts, please drop your channel name down below in the comments, and we will check you out and make sure we're subscribed too. And if you all haven't subscribed to our channel yet and joined the Goblins, the Gob Squad, all you gotta do is hit that subscribe button, and you should probably put on the notification bell too, just so you guys can see what we're up to. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, take care of yourselves, good luck on your channels, and we will see you all in the next video. But yeah, thanks to you guys, we were able to afford a ring light. Check it out, we don't have to use this janky lamp and t-shirt rig anymore. This is literally straight up from you guys, from you just watching our videos and being here. Just by being a goblin, you guys are helping our channel to grow and get more high-tech and be able to put out more high-quality content for you all to absorb. Thank you all again so much, and we would be nowhere without you goblins. Gob Squad.